I think I've talked about this subject in several videos. I just haven't really in a like a focused way. Uh, Trans or non-binary. I think one of the reasons why I haven't really talked about it. I mean I have talked about it, but why I haven't really done one video just kind of on the difference or what I think I am. It's just because I had kind of set that aside. Because I think I said that like from the beginning that when I first started the gender uh, quest, I think part of it is somebody told me that there is no such thing as non-binary. That it's you're either trans or you're not trans, kind of thing. But I think there was a part of me from the beginning that felt that way. Not that non-binary was not a real thing, but that I was non-binary. Essentially, that I was basically a man and a woman, right? Not I wasn't a man. I wasn't a woman. I was both. And so early on, someone told me there's no such thing as non-binary, and there was a part of me that was kind of like I almost feel like I have to let go of that idea of non-binary, even if it's true. Even if there is such a thing, I have to kind of let go of it just because I am aware of the what you might call the attachment or the motive to appear as a man, just for the social advantage. Now, this is what I'm talking about is one of the things that girls go through who think that they're trans. So when if you look at if you have heard of or look at the what people call the epidemic of young girls who transition to live as boys, I can't really call it men if you want to say men. In most cases, these girls are in their late teens, mid-teens even. I think I've heard like 16-year-olds. But 16 to say 19 years old transition to live as boys, and then by the time they're like 22, 23, they're back to living as women. And one of the things, one of the, not, it's not always the same reason, but one of the things that you hear is that the reason they wanted to be a boy in the first place was just for the social advantage. Or just when I say social advantage, I don't mean that like they're more likely to get a job, but they're more likely to get respect. This is how they see it, that they feel disrespected as women. They feel like they're seen as sex objects, that when men approach them, it's typically because they just want sex and this sort of thing. And so they see it as there's an advantage to being seen as a man. One is that you don't get hit on by men, right? So of course, some men do get hit on by men. It does happen, but you know, for most of my life, I was never hit on by a man until I went to a gay bar, and then all of a sudden, I kind of feel like that's probably more like what it's like for women. Like women, uh, what it's like for me to go to a gay bar is probably what it's like for a woman just to go out into the world. uh, so I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that even a girl would want to live as a man even if she's not trans, just to have that. So I'm aware that I have that too. You know, that that it is advantageous, or that there are reasons why I might want to be seen as a man even if that's not what I am. So this is why I kind of like I feel like I have to kind of just forget the non-binary thing and not forget it, but just keep it in suspended belief slash disbelief. But I am talking about it now because of the confusion, because of the ongoing 2 years and 4 months on hormones, and there are still moments when I think I want to be seen as a man. It may be in a certain situation, like when I just got the job. I shouldn't say I got the job. It's a temporary job as an assistant manager where I work, and there's a part of me that doesn't want to be seen as a woman in this job. There's that I feel that pull to being seen as a man by customers and employees of the place. I feel the pull to be seen as a man in that context. Typically, the context in which I want to see myself as a woman is when I start thinking about sex. Or I start thinking about sex when I see myself as a woman. Like if I look down at my legs and I see my legs now have a feminine shape and my butt has a more feminine shape from the hormones, then I start thinking sex with a man might not be too bad. The sex with men was never something that I was never gung-ho about. I saw it more as something that I had to try, as like almost like a to-do list kind of thing, but it wasn't like something that I was, not a to-do list, but like I guess a bucket list, something that I felt like I needed to try before I died. But not the sort of thing where I like wake up in the morning and I'm like, God, I have to find a dick to sit on. Is it now a good time to wash my mouth out? Is it a sign from God or what? What am I doing? What am I doing? Non-binary. But there are times when I think that's what I am. I think that I'm just a non-binary. Oh me. I have to go take a shit.